How do you know when we started?
You're live.
I said it.
Hello everyone, welcome. This is the official roundup of the CYFS Invitational Tournament. I'm your host, Alaskan Captain, and the statistics show the most successful left-handed golfer in the tournament's long/short history. Joining me tonight, as you could probably see, because we are in a video, and no one is joining us other than the three people on the table. First of all, the Don. Donnie, welcome.
Hi, Josh. How are you going?
Very good, thanks. As you can tell by, well, we've got Crazy John on the phone at the moment, but
just uploading the link to the
It's must be
socials.
crazy.
he's actually passed away. But anyway, Jimmy Morrison, Jimmy, welcome.
G'day. Welcome.
Oh, well done.
And finally, El Presidente, Mr. Ryan Source. Ryan.
Hello, everyone.
It's
Good to
way-
be here.
Finally, the way it can be improper. Jimmy's just correcting the Colin Chapman Award, which was famously thrown. I'm going to get rid of the microphone now.
Yeah, good.
Famously thrown by the man himself. But we'll get to that soon. There's so much to discuss.
Oh, wow.
So, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone who isn't watching and the three people here. How's New Year's, guys?
Not bad.
No,
Not bad.
Pretty tame.
Tame?
Yeah.
You spent it with Bernadette?
Yes.
Tired.
Chatting, did you chat about, you obviously chatted about
That's all we chatted about. Honestly.
Which is
That's all we
great.
chatted
We
about.
did have our best viewer, guys. Yes. That's what that
Welcome. I don't know who it is.
is. Please.
I think it's Tiger Woods. Tiger, if you're watching.
Please make yourself known.
Anything else? Tuning in.
Participant to it. No one. I
Yeah.
don't know who it is.
Two. Oh,
There's
no.
two.
It's happening.
Please say hello in the chat if you can. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
that's it. So, New Year's was good, everyone?
Yeah,
So, it was a couple of days after the event. I'm
I was
surprised.
with two absolute spastics, but that was the
Mitchie being stuff.
Josh and Svar. It's good stuff.
So, I think we get right into it.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Obviously, everyone knows what happened. You guys won. Elastic came third, probably the best performers on the day. Imperial were the chokers. Now, let's get right into it. Blaze obviously won. Your team that was most impressive, Jimmy?
Sour Power, I think. The Dad's Army, otherwise they had a few nicknames. Most of them were not flattering. But yeah, they took out second
Colin the
place.
dad.
Could have won it.
Could have. Well, we'll get to that. That's a big talking
Yeah,
point.
we'll talk
Okay.
about that a little bit later.
Source?
Yeah, same. Sour Power just really just went right under the radar, and then just surprised all of us by coming second.
Were you expecting them to be second?
I was thinking they're going to be in the top half because they were just out and out. They had the let's say the experience in their team.
Nice way of saying it.
I knew they were going to be the
You
underdogs.
did,
I did
yeah.
say that.
Nostradamus.
Before I
Nostradamus.
said they are a massive dark horse.
I don't know, but you said dark horse either way. You said they could finish first or last.
And I still stand by that. They could
It's a
finish.
bit of a general
Yeah,
statement.
It was very.
And
Because no one
That's
knew,
right. It's a
no one
pretty
knew-
general statement.
No one knew Trevor. Trevor's
Colin knew
biggest-
Trevor.
But like that's what I meant. But no one knew the level of Trevor. The level of Trevor.
Mitchie
was
Beast
at.
has low committee flogs.
Hi, Mitchell. I'm sure you're talking about the other three and not me. Welcome. So, Donnie, who was most impressed? Was that the word? Was that most surprised? Whatever.
Surprising would have to be shooting over par in the Ambrose tournament.
Yeah, great.
So
point.
surprising. I'm not talking about the best on field. I'm talking about the worst.
Well, it's still surprising.
If you shoot 2 over, oh wow,
Yeah, well, let's just get right into it then. Hot pink.
ridiculous.
Team Hot Pink. So, for those who don't remember who was in the
My
team,
talk.
Tom, I know you're watching.
I've got your hat here, Chuck, too, so thanks, mate.
Chopping
So-
guys at the
And I can confirm it doesn't smell, so his shed has been washed.
So, Mark Wells, Jared Chocolate Wells, Garen Morrison, and of course, the father of salad.
Yes.
How disappointing were they, Jimmy? It was so bad.
Yeah.
2 over par.
We came home, we all drove home, no one was speaking about results. We got home, Gaz was talking to us. And yeah, Jared said, fuck you, Dom.
Love you too.
So no one's talking about it, Jim.
No,
And were you
we'll talk
thinking
about
it was a bad score?
No, well, when Gaz said they had 2 bogeys, I thought, yeah, they had to be struggling.
Yeah, but
Did you see them have 2 bogeys?
No, Gaz told me at home.
Yeah, but I think you guys had so you guys had 3 bogeys or whatever. 2.
We had four birdies and 3 bogeys.
Can I just say this? I guarantee this will come back to bite me. Shooting over par in a 4-man Ambrose, regardless of who's in your team, it's cardinal sin. It's cardinal sin, man.
Well, it's cardinal sin just to shoot 1 bogey.
Well, okay, I understand bogeys happen, but over half of the round?
Did bogeys happen? I haven't.
Well, we don't know. Alaska doesn't know either.
That's
No,
another great
two
stat, and
tournaments.
we'll let everyone know that. Jimmy in 2 tournaments now has been involved with 2 teams that have not had a bogey.
I haven't dropped.
You've never
shots.
bogeyed a hole.
36
dropped
holes,
a shot.
36 holes in a row. One of them was obviously with the Shankies there. The Shankies.
Hey,
Well-
Jed.
G-Banger. Welcome, G.
Yeah.
See you next year. 2020. Year of the G.
So, in summary, Hot Pink, where to from here? Is who do you blame more, Jared Wells or Garen Morrison?
Jared. It has to be
It
Jared.
has to be Jared. A B grader's got to
I
pull
agree.
through. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Jared. It has to be Jared.
Yeah.
I said it in my news article. There is a culture of losing in that man. Jared Wells is a loser. I'm sorry, Jared. You're a loser. The stats don't lie.
When he's
Sir,
when he next to himself, they're going to play. I
sir,
got it all done.
what is the name of the tournament? The Check Your Fucking Stat. That is a stat.
That is a stat.
The stat is the stat.
That is a big stat.
He was in the most favoured team last year with CD-ROM.
Yeah.
Last.
But it wasn't in a favoured team. Let's look at it this way. This year he wasn't in one of the teams in the top half.
I think we can all agree.
Look at
Yeah.
the team he was in. We all, myself and James, and I think most of the community members, most people you asked, would have thought they'd come in that last 2 or 3 positions.
The only reason I didn't pick Hot Pink was to piss you off.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that then. I've been very vocal.
Josh is.
Are we not
just-
going to go through the last 2 first?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's
Just want to talk about Alaska whole life.
I don't. But someone keeps bringing it up.
Because that's
Who
they.
was the last?
So Cherry.
Cherry.
So Rob
No,
Scholar,
even.
Rob Scholar, they bogeyed the last. Rob, can you confirm that? Did you bogey the last, or was it the second last? Anyway, he will confirm that with us.
Yeah.
They were
Daniel was the best water boy too. Just
Yeah.
quietly.
Fornero, yeah.
Well,
Mucho
that's-
gracias. He's fantastic. Yeah, went home, had a nap before the
Oh,
presentation.
good man. So much driving. How
To be honest, he worked hard. He was
And there was
hard-
no cover on his
He had no
cards.
cover on
hardest working man on that course.
And you, Daniel, you have my sunscreen, so I love it back. I had to buy another one.
You worked harder than Chop, that's for sure.
I think he played as well as Chop. Actually, Daniel Fornero sent a photo of me to Daniel Lamana, and it was plastered all over the group. So
Yeah.
Daniel, fuck
Yeah.
you. Sell your soul like that, huh? Fuck it up.
Yeah, so Cherry.
He said
Obviously.
still in the buggy.
Oh, sweeter.
And they bogeyed the last.
Okay, so Cherry went under, which is okay. Look, let's be honest. Cherry, along with Hot Pink, probably weren't the best side on paper.
Yeah.
Rob Scholar came in very underdone. Tom DT doesn't have a lot of experience playing long courses. Yeah. Chief Lana is
very new to golf.
very new. He's not new to golf, but you wouldn't say he's an out-and-out golfer.
Correct. Yeah.
And Cameron Jones, the arborist. Now, from all reports, Cameron
Tree
Jones
lopper.
did not miss a
The
tree.
tree lopper.
But from what I'm hearing from the boys, he could hit a ball. But
Yeah,
he could hit a tree as well. That's 2 stories I heard.
So they finished their par. If they finish 1 under, they tie with you.
Correct.
So they weren't that far off the pace. Okay, we're going to finish first, but they weren't that far off the pace.
No. So that brings us to
Apple.
Apple
or
No, Apple beat you.
Yeah, Apple beat
Imperial
you.
fifth. Now, my biggest disappointment by country miles Imperial, I think you both agree with me.
Yes.
Tipped by many to win it. That was shocking. We were the group behind them. It was giving, Alaska can confirm this. Watching them bogey holes was giving us confidence. And vice versa. They were seeing us hit greens, hit fairways, it played on their mind.
We weren't good.
You weren't good.
We weren't
Tony,
good.
where did it go wrong?
We started really well, actually. We
You
started.
birdied
We
17.
birdied our first hole we had. We had the eagle putt. We all missed the eagle putt.
So all 4 of you, Alaska watched you tee off. All 4 drives down the guard.
Straight down the guard.
Fantastic. I was like, these guys are wrong.
We took our C grader shot, first shot of the day.
Jonesy?
How good is this?
Hello, Jonesy.
We're absolute fire.
Yeah.
That's where it pretty much stopped.
So how many birdies?
We did go back to back to back. So we had 3 birdies in a row.
How many birdies for the round?
3 birdies for the round, 4 birdies for the round.
Wow.
Yeah.
So bad.
Did you go back to back on bogeys as well?
Incorrect. No, we were consistent probably every third or fourth hole.
Well, this puts Curtis Dart right in the
Is
line.
it?
This
like-
puts Curtis Dart right in
That's
the
why
line.
he's playing.
Was it the par? Was it the
He's
par?
played the bad
par
one too.
fours that you did you in for the par?
I was over by probably the 6th because I knew we were in trouble.
So Imperial back to the drawing board for sure. Curtis Dart has a lot of soul searching to do. Curtis Dart, and the Dons won it before. Admittedly, he probably got carried the year he won it. But Curtis Dart has got a lot of soul searching to do. Where to for Curtis Dart one?
Maybe, and this is all respect for my captain. You've seen how much I held the guy. Maybe he's not a team. Maybe he doesn't play on the team.
Wow. That's massive. He is not a team. That's massive.
I did not say.
Did he just say he's not a
I
team
did
player?
not say.
He's not a team
He
player.
was just about
Like,
to
the
say.
comments are lining up.
He was just
They're
about
lining
to
up.
say he doesn't play well in team environments. Maybe that's what we're going
Oh, that's
to
what I'm
say.
saying. I'm saying
Not
he's
maybe
not,
he
not a
wasn't
team.
saying he's not a team.
I play rugby coach. Lovely team man. Maybe just when it comes to golf, he needs to be switched on in his own life.
Oh, no.
Maybe that's it.
No,
Compared
look.
to sides of
Look, I understand where you're coming from. Of course, I was going to flog it,
Yeah.
but I understand where you're coming from. And that's something Curtis has to work. He's got 12 months to think about it.
Mm.
Curtis can play golf. Curtis is a very good golfer.
If I'll throw this out to Swire and Jimmy. Jimmy, maybe not because you might be aggro next year. If Curtis was joining your captain, would you be happy?
Yes, I would.
Jimmy.
I think Curtis is a very good golfer.
So do I. So that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe he's just not good at team golf.
It's funny. I mean, we'll have to ask him. Curtis is a regular on the pod, so we'll have to ask next time he's in the country, we'll have to get him on.
Donnie, this bus driver.
Who's that?
Robbie. I'm not getting bussy.
Mate, that's
pointing at facts.
mate, Sydney.
Absolute
It's like-
Looks like the bus is coming.
Mitchie said,
I know rules.
Donnie, how did it
Yeah.
feel watching him sing the big part?
Oh, that was huge. That's where we went up. Well done,
I'll
Mitchie.
replay this exact hole for you. So we just come off having a bogey on that hole.
Is it the 12th or something, or the 11th?
I think it was the 12th.
It's the par 4 with that little strip in the
With the
middle,
creek
and
in
it's a
the
small
middle.
So
green
as they're-
bunker on the left.
As they've got their ball on for 2, it's probably a 20-foot putt, I would say. And my
Yeah, it was long.
group's on the 13th tee, the par 3, and he hadn't used one of Nelson's shots yet. We used one that was probably 5 meters over the tee box, and we're all sitting in rough, waiting to hit our second shot. Curtis on the green, but used too many heavy shots. And you hear this absolute ruckus from the left-hand side, and it was Mitchie, the worst putter in history, hitting a 20-footer. It was amazing.
It was a massive. Can I just say, if it didn't drop, it was about 30 meters past the hole, but it went in.
Mate, it was,
That took us to 4 under.
It was
I think
big.
that's where it ended.
It was big.
Mate, Jimmy, you just drove him.
Mm.
It was unbelievable. Mitchie was fantastic.
You
I'll
know,
take the thanks later, Mitchie.
4th place was Apple. My tip to win it. I think behind Imperial they were very disappointing.
Well, as I said on the Sunday before at the Cobra, the Blaze podcast, my tip was Apple was. I don't think Apple were going to do that well because you look at it, they do have 2 very strong top, Kev and Tim, right?
Correct.
But then you have to look at the other 2 people in the team.
Hmm.
They had Pat and Ben.
But all reports was the Sultan was flashing him at the driving range 2 days before it, or the day before. What
But
happened to the
we
Sultan?
all know the Sultan.
The Sultan
If he
and golf
gets-
do not get along.
if he
do they?
gets- If he gets distracted just a tiny bit of golf, his game goes
I will
from
say,
there.
if we're
Outdoor.
talking stats, Pat had 7 beers on the course.
Yeah, that's
that's
David
a
Boone.
record.
That's David Boone English.
Patrick Boone was well up
Boone.
there. Fonina actually cut him there at one
Yeah.
stage. It was really good. I think it was after the 3rd hole too, because that's how well he played.
Well, all reports, BHP had a good game.
Yeah.
Kevin says, Robert just said Kev choked.
Well, Pat.
Wow.
I'll give you
Yeah,
the
it's the
keys.
bus
You can
conference,
drop
you'll
the
play
bus.
funny.
He's the keys, mate. You know.
How do you
Pat-
still?
I think Pat was saying to us after the game. I think he was saying to you, Donnie, did you guys have an A grader?
I think he was referring to Ben. Being, that is big. Pat also said that Ben was the C grader of the day.
Yeah.
All in all.
Well, they bogeyed their first from memory, which they played the par 3 16th first. So that's a bad start. But still, I thought,
Start with the bogey.
You start with a
gee, that's a real.
Wow. That
So-
did beat my teeth. So I can't
Yeah,
even
exactly.
talk.
So let's go into 3rd. Now, what more do we have to say? I mean, I'm sure.
You choked.
Well, let's just move on to 2nd then.
Yeah, there's nothing more to say.
Yeah.
Everything's been said.
I am so proud. So proud. What they say, 5 out of 7 captains tipped us to come up.
because they didn't
That
want you
is
to come
fact.
first.
That is fact. And we came 3rd. We lost by 2 shots.
You were the second losers.
No.
You were the second losers.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly
Bro,
Second losers.
we had a discussion before the tournament, and we actually prefer bronze to gold. We think it's a nicer colour. It's a nicer shade. So we just said, I'd take that.
So welcome the delusional golfers of Team Alaska.
Yeah, the Charlie Staggle of the Winter Olympics. You're happy with fucking
didn't bogey a hole. It was phenomenal golf. Everyone wrote us off. Our B grader was a no-hoper. Our C grader can't hit 50 metres.
You're saying Mitch and your team.
Mitch was a no-hoper. Didn't play golf. Hadn't played in 12 months. Mitch was gone. Jimmy Morrison had his little spill, and it just kicked him on the ground.
Shit putter. I didn't say it was a bad golfer.
So the biggest part of the day.
Mitchy B is a decent golfer. I've always said he's a decent golfer. We've just said his putting probably doesn't match the level of his swing.
He did sing a 20-footer.
But like his swing and his shot capability is quite high. The thing that brought him back to the field was his putting. That's what me and Jim said.
I know for a fact that the matching hats were a big thing for us. As you can see, Alaska Strong. It was big.
What's the stars on it?
Because we're, like they say,
5 stars.
reach for the stars in FT4, you'll land on the clouds. And that's what we did. We landed on
Why are
clouds.
stars red?
Red stars. That's just how it goes.
Why are they blue?
That's how it goes.
I think you really stuffed up your hat.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we have.
You massively stuffed up.
I don't think we have. I don't
So
think
you
we
have
have.
colour you want.
blue.
We didn't design it. Hang on, we didn't design it.
What, you just found a hat that said Alaska
Absolutely.
Strong?
Tony, can you please confirm that we found these hats, we didn't design them?
Trust me, Tony would have found
That
that shot
hat-
somewhere.
Well done, Tony. Love you.
Probably would have got the
Are they tailor-made hats?
TP5.
You get a drumming? Tony, you get a drumming?
Tony wouldn't have worn them.
I was told that we're all wearing colour hats because you were sponsored by them.
Yeah.
And someone
No
has
one ever-
gone and gone
No one ever
against
said
the Constitution.
No one
and
ever
has
said
worn-
Constitution.
not approved
Do not talk about Constitution. There is not even a Constitution for this tournament.
No, we're just doing one.
Okay, I'm getting worked up.
Callaway sponsor us. Thank you, Callaway. They sponsor our tournament. They give us balls. They give us free hats, and these group of losers go out and buy their own hats.
Okay. Everyone wants to beat us, we know that.
Yeah.
Okay, the second place.
I don't want to be used because I can't first.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like you
second
you
place.
said a lot of people came up to you and said they want to be in Team
Yes,
Alaska.
you
I
name
wasn't.
those people.
I wasn't.
No, because people come up to
If
me.
you're out there, and
People
you said
come up
to
to
You're on
me.
YouTube watching this
Just
now.
raise your hands. Yeah.
People come up
Raise
to
your hand in
me
the group if you.
in confidence, and they said to me, Josh, Alaska captain.
Why does it have to be a secret?
Yeah.
why is it a secret?
Because they knew that they would be bastardized and what is it? It's treason. It's treason.
Come out and say, if
They
you want to be
saw-
on Josh's team, come out and say
They
it now.
saw the culture that Alaska created. They saw it. It was there for everyone to see.
What? Just accepting mediocrity? Is that what it was?
It wasn't
Yeah,
mediocrity.
let's strive
It
for
wasn't
third.
mediocrity. Next year, right?
Let's
Who would you
strive.
say has the worst? Okay, the Mariners next year now. If they finish second last year, that's like them winning the premiership. Is it not?
Jared said he'd rather come last and be in.
Well,
You got your wish.
You got your wish. Okay. On to the South Powers.
Right, so
I think it was everyone's second favorite team. Everyone loved.
I can guarantee. So we finished the round. We obviously started on the same hole they did because we were number one. They were number two off the tees. So they were literally a hole behind us, literally. And so
But were you seeing it unfold?
no,
Were you
so
guys thinking they're
we
playing what?
didn't get to
we-
see them
I
play a
didn't see
hole.
them play a hole, but they're
We-
always
Like their second shots always landing on the green. They were quite consistent. But the last hole, we were standing up in the balcony trying to get some shade because it was so freaking hot,
Throwing shade.
and we wanted to putt on the last hole.
they
So maybe
double shot. They didn't even get on the green for. I think they're putting for par on green.
Yeah, that's
like having a 20-foot par for a putt.
Yeah.
Putt for a par. Same thing.
So they choked.
Yeah, so unfortunately, and so going into what we were talking about, so coming into the last hole, they were even with the leaders,
Well, we now know they were in. They were 600 in the last.
and they bogeyed the last.
That'll go down in tournament history.
If they didn't bogey the last, they would have won on a countback because they
Is that a better back nine?
Oh. From memory, they turned one under.
One or two.
Yeah.
They turned four under, one under.
They played really well back nine. So
Wow.
I mean, Uncle Bruno just said they were just tidy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're degrader.
Sour power.
Chappers.
Well, the lemon sours.
Uncle Bruno calls them whatever you like.
Lemon sour.
Colin the Bats.
No, Trevor's speech at the end was phenomenal.
Yeah, true.
I think you really enjoyed it.
I think we'll go to the post match after we've done.
Okay, sorry. So,
That's a different
first place, team plays.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Run, Colin. Oh, sorry.
These two, Mick Hanley and the Tri Latte Bernadette Chai.
Well done.
Guys, 600 is a fantastic score.
Yeah.
You played with Eagle. Eagle was probably the difference in the end.
Yeah,
Eagle
we almost had two.
We almost had two. So we
half a ball roll. We had.
Yeah, literally, it would have been a 20-foot pipe for you to put it in, and it literally stopped here.
Wow.
So,
But so 6 under. It could have been, of course.
Wow.
6 under was probably par with what the captain's like discussing.
I said 6. I think James said 7. So.
But when the teams were back, didn't you change your minds?
No, I still said 6. I still said 6 on captain's night.
It's great scoring. How good?
I will say that I had a shocker. I didn't play very well.
Air swing.
Ian carried my part of the game. He
We probably tell us all about it now.
Pretty handy.
How good was Mick
Mick was handy, yeah.
And the burn was a revelation.
Yeah, she played well. Like if we look at the card, right? If we after 9 holes, we had all had 2 shots each.
Wow.
And we had used mix 3 times. Wow. But they didn't use another one of my shots to the last hole because none were all rubbish.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
I will say, go back to Bernadette. There's been a plethora of women who have come step forward now,
which is fantastic.
After the tournament, saying, "Get me in."
Sambo says she was in.
Get me in.
My mum wants to play.
Sammy Sek was in.
Bluebird, Sammy Sek, interesting. I've never seen her play golf.
Wow, I have.
Oh, and I went to Aqua Golf once.
Yes. Chapo did struggle to get past the ladies' teams more than 4 times.
I think it was 6. That's right.
Jimmy's struggling.
It's a long way away.
You're right next to it.
Blade didn't spend any money to get a professional in their team. We didn't have to. None at all.
Jimmy, we can see the pause in your face. You're that close to the camera.
He wanted to retain the. Oh yeah, sorry. So Colin didn't want to hit a past the latest thing because he wanted to keep
the Colin Chapman Award, which
I was really happy about it.
Yeah. So I didn't see it. Now there's rumours circa. If anyone can confirm this, what did Colin do once he received the award? So he refused to shake anyone's hand in the committee.
He chucked the Colin.
He pretty much chucked the clock to the back of the behind DJ Giddy, pretty much.
Wow. Why was he upset? What was the main reason? Because by all reports, what he's accused of doing, he did.
Yeah.
So what is he upset about?
He wouldn't like step up to it. He wouldn't admit that he did it. That's the thing. Like, if you did it and all your team was saying you did it, then obviously you did it.
Well, this
just come up and say you did it.
This leads on to the second part. So well, you finish that. Now it becomes the presentation, and we are talking about the clock, the giving of the clock and the trophies. I will go out and say, when we thought of it and thought coming up with it, I was really expecting about 4 spring rolls, 4 beers, and people would leave in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was an absolute.
It was so much fun.
We're not going to lie, we had nothing like that planned.
We have to be honest. I think I said to Jimmy, when we walked in, I heard the DJ, I was like, what the hell is going on? Special thanks to DJ Mitchie B. It was fantastic. And DJ Giddy Up. It was such a good event. There's people everywhere.
There was a lot of people. And the bar tab.
How long did the bar tab go? Yeah. Sam had like 4 free drinks. So we almost would have had at least 3 or 4.
Yeah.
How long did it go?
Well, I had 3, and I think we still had $300 on the bar tab.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
How many people do we think attended the post?
Probably 40. No, I reckon more than 50.
How many tables? I think it would be 50.
Would have been 50.
3 or 4 tables.
Like
10. People were standing up. There's 50 people there.
50 people.
That's an amazing achievement.
There was only $500 on the bar, so that's 2 drinks per person. That was really.
No one left
we
thirsty.
Absolutely smashed that.
So Trevor's speech, how good was it?
That's the only regret from the night was not recording it.
I thought that on the way here, you know.
But you know what? It just adds to the fairy tale.
Well, next year we'll have this all set up. Probably have a bit of AB gear at the present.
I think we can live stream the present. Everyone that would watch it would be at the present. Yeah, you can rewatch it.
Rewatch it.
Doesn't go away. You know, Tim's already said he's going away.
Yeah, Tim does.
Like people who couldn't be there, like Mick, could rewatch the ceremony.
Yeah, of course. Sure. So the presentation was a big success. I think the way it was done was pretty good.
Yeah.
So criticisms, there weren't many. Everyone was pretty happy. Uncle Bruno raised a good point, which I think was very warranted. Nearest to the pins, longest drives, etc. We probably should have told people what holes they were, because it's sort of, I know from my perspective, I didn't realise until after the whole event was there. So that's something that's little that didn't really affect the running of the day.
No.
I thought the drinks cart was a big success.
Massive success. Well, that just from my opinion anyway.
Yeah, we need more beers next year. For more reports, Team London had 1,000 as well.
Yeah.
So are we going to open it to questions soon or what?
Yeah, so anyone got any questions, fire them through. I'll try my best to read them.
So I want to start with the questions. Ian, what is your ideal first date? You never said that before.
Questions.
You got me, boss. Right.
Time, location.
I want the whole thing.
Oatly.
Katie kebab shop. Ideal first date sauce.
I don't know.
Bahamas,
yeah.
Cusco.
So where do you take your right hand on a Friday night?
Is there, Rob said, is there a mid-year competition in the meeting?
Very good point.
Good question, Roberto.
We have been speaking in the pipelines. There could be a handicap Stableford tournament at
Cogra.
At Cogra, more than likely, which could be followed up by a trivia night on the same day / night.
I have high hopes for the trivia night.
Yeah.
I think we do like a 10 person per table.
Yep.
Say $40 an head for argument's sake, dinner, drinks, etc. Just keeps people interested.
Yeah.
We did sit there on Tuesday night, Ian, Joshua, and myself. We estimated you could probably fit 120, I think it was, people comfortably in the dining room there at Cogra Golf Club. So I think that's be really, really good starting point. 120 is a lot. I know we only had 20. We had 28 of the tournament.
How many did we get to the draw?
Draw, we probably had 30.
30, 40?
I reckon we do it pretty easy. Like,
I think you get 50 pretty
it's a
easy.
trivia night, doesn't it?
Absolutely, you have to play golf, I think. Trivia night.
Plenty of prizes. We can sort that sort of stuff out.
But yeah, I think the mid-year, we play all the time, but we don't want to take away from the actual event.
Correct.
So we don't want to have another tournament which will degrade the end of year
But
tournament.
it may inspire more people to then.
Oh, absolutely.
I guess
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Wells should be joining
maybe
soon.
just invite event, just play a social sort of fun tournament mid-year to sort of get people to know.
Well,
Get them interested, ready to go.
Well, people should still know. I'm sure if people even now put in the Facebook group that you created, who was up for a game, you get a game with someone for sure.
Correct.
We're always down at Cogra all the time, especially Sunday mornings.
Driving range, anyone.
Driving range. We still play a lot of golf. So if anyone ever wants a game, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
More than welcome.
Oh, Lamano is ringing in.
Esteban Lamano calling. Hello.
Put them on
Loudspeaker, come on.
Lamano.
Yes, I'm watching you on YouTube.
Hey! How's your Malatakas going? How's your Malatakas?
It's fucking cracker. It's blowing in the wind. Hey, what's happening, lads? I don't see any red in that room.
Correct.
We don't want any losers. Can I just say, Lamana came to my house post-game for a shit shower shave before we had to walk to RSL. His golf clubs are still in my garage, so he has not been playing golf. Yeah.
He probably thought they got stolen back from the guy who stole the bike off.
So, Lamana, you were actually part of the kick-ons to Oatley Pub, actually, which is another. We haven't discussed that. So there was about 7 of us that finished at about midnight, which was a fantastic achievement.
Yeah.
And did you go out after that, Lamana?
I finished up at about 4 a.m.
That's a 24-hour shift.
Are you still eating your pollen?
I was actually.
Lamana,
I got tracked to the Josh's house.
Oh, yeah, of course.
you're wearing Sam's undies, which is weird. Lamana, what sort of hopes do you have for this year's tournament?
No, it was a great tournament, man. I had a good time. I don't really have any hopes. It was actually pretty good. I really can't answer that.
Jared Willis,
yeah.
I don't know what else to be honest. What do you guys reckon?
It was good. We thought it was very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Would you be happy if you got the same team next year, Lamar?
I mean, it's a work in progress. Rob Scholler fucking carried the team about 70% of the day.
70%. Okay, that leaves 30. Who else? What were the other percentages?
What's his name? Your cousin, Chua?
Cameron.
Dr. Jones. He played right.
I want a percentage.
I'll give him about 2%. Honestly, he could drive the ball, man. Your cousin can drive. He just hits trees, man.
2%.
So that leaves Tommy probably like at 20% of them on at 5%. Is that?
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll leave it at that. 100%. Let's leave it at that.
80%.
Mate,
We're having a trivia. I'm watching the show. We're having a trivia this year or something.
We are. We actually need some prizes. Could you steal some bikes for us? We need some prizes.
Mate, whatever you want, just let me know.
Just respray them.
Mate, we're not people to talk to, mate. Taking up our airtime.
All right, thanks for the phone call. Catch you later.
Keep tuning in. Bye now. I can see Jared has called in.
Yeah, he said, what grade do the committee see themselves playing this year?
You understand,
Well, I mean, where do you go from A grade? That's my perspective. I mean, I'm clearly the best player on this table. Then no one comes close to me. For me, it's A grade. Donnie?
I'd be disappointed if I wasn't verging on A grade.
So Donnie was one of a couple that actually rose. So C grade winner, promoted into B grade, and the jump seems to have been too far, Jimmy. Would you agree?
Yeah, amazing.
Like, I actually, personally,
I played like shit.
I'm going to go into bat for Curtis Dart here. Your B grade is the one that lessens the load, which is why I blame Chalk Wells for Hot Pink's disaster. But if Donnie plays better, Curtis has a better game.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, so
I just see that turning.
Yeah.
Jimmy will be C grade.
we'll get to Jimmy. So Sly, you went from B grade to C grade.
Yes.
You were my B grade last year. I wish you were C grade last year because fuck, you were useful.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
So you went the other way.
No. Like last year, I drove the ball well. Last year, I think we were missing the extra putt for the first 5-6 holes. That's
I would say that's probably true.
So what do you think about this year's tournament?
This year, I'm hoping for B grade. I'm hoping to get in that B grade and show them.
If you keep up the form he's in now, he'll be in B grade next week, man.
Nobody showed yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jimmy, I know you have your doubters, mainly Tony Qatar.
Tony
Love you,
can
Tony.
Tony can sit and rotate for a while. I think I'll be in A grade next year.
So you were B grader last year.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, B grade 2 years ago, B grader last year.
Yes.
You're pretty close. You're pretty close.
You're on that.
And if we expand, which we want to, which we'll discuss,
We'll
Then-
do those sort of players.
then we need like your Chalk Walls of this world, your Jay Morrisons.
And just to answer your question, Antonio, of the last 10 rounds, 7 of them have been green, orange ones. So the 4 that you're looking for has been the last 10. And it'll continue into the next 7.
So I forgot to say, Dad texted me, Roberto texted me while I was on the phone to Lamana. Tell Lamana I want my moccasins back. So he's got his golf gloves at my place. He's wearing Dad's shoes. Lamana's everywhere at the moment. He's everywhere. He was in Byron Bay 3 days ago.
Robbie has said, if you do a trivia night, I'll donate a night stay at the Opal Apartments Open. I hope they're still standing. Otherwise, there'll be a bit of Barney rubble.
Timber! They'll fall as hard as Hot Pink did, mate.
So why did the electrical work there, I'm pretty sure. That's what sparked it all, I think.
I heard Antonio's going to donate a set of clubs that he's got in the garage.
Well, I think Gary Morrison's got more clubs than Tony.
He does.
He does, but he buys them for $80.
And he has like 2 clubs in
He
his
never bring new.
Very true.
I think the question,
My question to the whole group is, how big is too big? And so we had 28 players this year. How big is too big?
Well,
Is there no horizon?
I think there is a horizon.
And where does it stop?
I think that.
there's no ceiling. But
Yeah,
I think people understand the horizon.
I think that like that 50. I think Josh was saying next year went 50 or 48.
So-
I think that group will be big enough for everyone, but we also need to keep what we had this year. We pretty much everyone who played this year knew at least 2 or 3 people who played. The only exception was Trevor.
But we were lucky that he got drawn with
Trevor, Cameron, and Jonesy. But Jonesy did know.
Correct.
Jonesy and Cameron did know Don.
But everyone that plays is pretty easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Like, I would be happy to play with anyone.
I think we're looking at those types of people that we probably want to invite
So-
to next year.
I've got about 11 on the list already.
So, like everything, we'll probably lose a couple purely due to
Right,
timing.
yeah.
And we'll gain a couple.
That's natural attrition.
Yeah, I'd be happy with 4. I think 10 teams would be nice.
Yeah.
As a minimum. As a minimum. As a minimum.
Another question come in. Will Spars ever get a golf lesson?
Wow.
Robbie Scholler.
Wow.
Oh,
Have you ever had a golf lesson?
what about H2O Pine putting you in it?
Are you
Rob's
going to answer
fine.
your
Rob's
question?
fine.
Oh,
Rob's
here we
fine.
go.
Yeah,
You
Rob's
know,
fine.
come
Are
on.
you going to answer the question?
When?
When?
Time will see.
Okay.
Time will see. Not time will tell. Time will
Time
see.
will see.
And
Well,
Mitchie B said, will Drum and Golf become a sponsor for this year's tournament after all the money spent last year?
We are in the process at the moment.
we can't name due to legal proceedings.
I'm not going to name who everyone's thinking about. So we were going to look at
Is it
everyone. Those golfers may know Jared Law, who passed away last year with leukemia.
It was last year.
Last year or the year before.
It was last
He's got a like a charity. It's called Luke the Duck from memory, or it's along those
Luck,
lines.
the duck or something.
Luck or what?
It's the yellow.
You've
I
seen
think
the
Mick
yellow.
Henry's wearing a
Mick
hat.
Henry had a yellow hat. which is
You've got
right.
the cover. It's a
We're
great
gonna
cause.
try and get them on board, even if we can have some sort of donation that goes towards that. So not really a sponsor as such, but more of as a charity partner maybe.
Well, we've been on record as saying when we expand, we'd like to become a charity event.
Yeah, correct.
I think it'd be good. It encompasses golf. Obviously, leukemia is something we'd love to support.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So that's in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Callaway, etc. were fantastic. Kevin Dart was absolutely
Yeah.
From
fantastic.
Love Guys as well. They're good.
Yeah.
They all wear the glove. The 2-year deal.
Jared
That was
Friction.
Donnie's giving us away.
I'm very superstitious with my golf gear, and the 2 times I've worn that purple glove, I've had the 2 worst rounds of my life. So I actually donated my purple glove to Schwa. Schwa.
So I wore the orange glove on the day, and it has stayed in my car ever since.
Yeah, mate, there's something with it. Something about
I still haven't worn one.
it.
Got about 3 new gloves, so I might try it.
But
Zero friction. I just
Zero
don't like
friction.
them, but everyone else would.
Zero friction, zero fairways, according to
Marcus Wells,
They're
welcome.
very nice gloves, actually.
Marcus Wells. Welcome.
You're probably really happy that you missed the first.
Yeah, we were just discussing how much of a loser you are.
Mitchie B has posed the question: do we need a celebrity to play this year?
No.
Well,
Donnie was looking into
hang on.
And
Ben
Josh.
Turner.
Ben Jones.
I know. I'm just stitch up. Is he not celebrity status?
Incorrect. He's a Z grader. Easily.
That's you know.
No, if we look for
Oh,
Andy Lee.
Okay, you're comparing people to Andy Lee. Well, fucking everyone's a Z grader to Andy Lee.
Yeah. See, I'd call someone like a Cameron Smith a C. He's not a high profile person.
Yes, he is.
Incorrect.
So the golfing community is an A.
I'm talking
He's
football
not a
Cameron Smith.
football Cameron Smith, not golf.
If you got Billy Slater, he'd be a C grade celebrity.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Okay, no, you're exactly
I'm
right.
talking TV personalities.
No, we're only going to try and get Arnold Schwarzenegger or Kevin Spacey. So if they're not available, we're calling.
Of course, you want Kevin
I think
Spacey.
you
You
probably-
fucking child fiddler, you.
Kevin Spacey's going to be in Cameron Jones' team next year.
Oh.
And Cameron's working as a busboy now, which is really interesting.
Just don't get any drinks.
I reckon SK Warren's the guy we go at. I reckon Shane Keith.
You are SK dreaming.
No, but you'd love to get him. If there's one celebrity who, other than SK, other than Andy Lee, who's like playing golf?
Mr. Ricky Ponting. That's what I like to say. Ricky Ponting, I reckon he'd be.
Does Mattia or Scarlett O'Keefe?
Yeah.
Does he play golf?
Skull.
Too long.
Yeah, he'd be fantastic.
Yeah, Skull on the course.
I'm just thinking that's the middle of cricket. They're not going to have any time.
Yeah. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah. And
Can't
that's
get
that's
rid.
like Boxing Day tests.
Correct.
You can't get
So that
But
will
it
be
is 100%
that'll be all.
Are there any questions, Jimmy?
Not even teacoats.
Charles Sanders going too well.
Tony said he's going to buy some M5Ss or M5.
Are there M5Ss?
Yeah.
No, I just think it's
M5.
M5.
New M5.
So I'll ask
So
you.
Nick Finito, is Kev Dart currently holidaying in Vanuatu on the money he made from Chile?
From Jimmy.
And it's
That is 100%.
Daniel Fournette, that's a good bit of knowledge there from Daniel Fournette. Without a
Will
doubt.
we see Daniel Finito in the tournament?
Well,
Yeah, you know what? I'd really like to see that.
it'll be fucking funny. He'd probably be the woggiest golfer of all time. He'd go
Other
close.
than
Lamana, come on.
Oh, sorry.
Surely,
That,
thank
oh, tied for first. Tied for first. Mate, if it was those two, Rob Scholler and the grandfather, would be all the
If
time.
it helps, then it's way easier playing golf than doing the water boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
He had a good game.
Ask Pat how easy it is.
Mate, Pat, I reckon Pat wants to be the water boy next year.
If you're in Chalk's team, it's a very hard day. Trust me.
Mark Wells, if you're there, write in what went wrong. We have dissected our thing.
Please, we need to know.
We need to know. You went to I said it before, I'll say it again. Over par in Emirates is cardinal sin. It should not happen.
Mitchie B said he'd like to play with John Daly.
Ooh, smoking John Daly. He'd be good. He'd have some push around. Is that, hang on, that? Sorry, it's too deep. It's too D grade for Donny Morrison, isn't it?
No.
He hasn't won 26 majors.
Long John now.
What's Roger Federer to you? Is he like a B grade?
He'll be getting prepared.
No. What would he be?
A-grade celebrity, Roger Federer.
Roger Federer's A grade.
When Nick Hero.
Roger Federer's one. He's the best tennis player of all time.
Cameron Smith, Melbourne Storm player, is a C grade celebrity in your eyes.
At least.
And he's an Melbourne Storm fan.
Is anyone else hearing this? Is it just me?
He's not there.
He plays a game that's played in 2 countries.
But we play this game in Australia.
3 states.
Yeah.
So
Papua New
you say
Guinea's
like
as
a Lucas Neal?
A former soccer. Let the Socceroos to a World Cup.
B. Watering City.
Oh, okay. We're not going to get into ranking celebrities.
Okay, let's rank every celebrity. Okay.
Move on.
Alphabetical order.
Susan Sarandon.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Susan Boyle. All right, let's move on.
So, Donnie, I'll ask you, what are your plans for this year's draw? Do we do a similar thing? What would you like to see?
I think Rob Allenby is a good call, especially if the
Rob Allenby.
We'll go out the night before.
Is it Allenby or Appleby?
Stuart Appleby.
Which one was the one that was mates with Jared Wilder?
I guess they all would.
I don't think Robert would have been.
Robert's not mates with anyone.
So
Robert loves to be. He's friendly with drinking.
Didn't Allenby bash that? He got bashed in
Hawaii.
Hawaii at the
He
strip
fell
club?
over. Yeah.
At the end, because he wasn't paying the debt. So, Donnie, the draw. What would you like to see from the draw this year?
I like the process. I think we can get better than writing on a whiteboard.
Well, I think that's where Jimmy steps in regards to names.
I was ready to do it this year, but everyone said no. So
We were still finding our feet. Second year in, I think third year, the way it's been laid down now, we were very much a tight knit crew last year where we had 2 years ago, we had 12 people who knew it was happening 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Well, that draw happened by chance. We were supposed to be playing Trivia at the Roxy. That was cancelled last minute, so we went to Jimmy's for the draw.
we ate dinner and then went home.
So the one we just had last year, that was a little bit better, but I know we can definitely get that automised.
Oh, we're constantly evolving. But I think that's a good idea. Projector, etc. I think the draw idea was very good. The ping pong balls in the pots.
Yeah.
Fantastic idea. I've said it numerous times. I have plans for.
Do we still have to go ping pong balls, or are we going?
Golf balls.
Are we trusting a computer to?
I don't know. I don't
Like a Keno.
So I asked.
Random number.
I've got an interesting stat. So I asked Swar to do a bit of research. I doubt he did it.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Were they?
No, they weren't.
Okay. I was going to say.
Ask the question.
You're going to let us know.
So the question was, Blaze were the first team drawn this year,
Yes.
which has raised a fair bit of doubts about match fixing.
Correct.
Because the first team won it.
Heated balls.
I asked the question, who was the first team drawn in the first edition? And it was
Curtis's group.
Curtis' team. So
Then it was Group B, which was you, and Group C, which was
It was
Shaggy's. They were all
So was
the
it-
same
it
one.
was,
Yeah, there was Group A was Curtis, Group B was Josh, and
No.
Group C was.
I'm sure
no,
we
they were
turned off
first off.
I feel like.
No.
No, they were first
No.
off. It was you, then we were last.
But
Yeah,
on
we were-
Facebook, it's
No,
from Group A is Curtis, so I'm assuming they were Group.
Okay.
That's
They followed us in though because we had finished. We wanted to see what their.
And then the losers were already waiting. They were already on the 18 next to the green.
Correct.
Anyway, that was just a little stat.
Mm.
So, are there more?
Lamana said, serious question, did Mitchie B's apprentice get approved or is he fired?
DJ?
Yeah, itchy.
Please write in.
We need to know that.
Please let us
I
know.
would have preferred a bit more smoke or lasers from DJ Giddy. I think that would probably bring us down, but he was fantastic on the ball, on the button. His music transitions were fantastic.
It's Teddy Arrogance, he bought nothing from the darts.
he did.
Not even a shirt.
No.
Oh.
Chief was me and Chief were the only
Wow.
people to buy from.
Well, the Morrisons bought a few golf balls.
because
Correct.
Tony
The path.
only
Right,
buys from.
baby.
Giddy up.
Yeah, so Tony only bought from Drummond, Golf Mart, Power Golf, Cogra. The only places he bought from. Me and Chief bought from Kev.
Right.
So me and Chief.
Tony always played
And then
for
yeah.
Don't
And
play.
then
Don't
the
play full
Morrisons-
price.
the
Pay
Mor-
Tony's price.
The Morrisons paid the darts as well, didn't they?
Correct.
Lamar also said, what are we categorizing the teams this year, 2019?
They will be colour named again. I think similar vein of colours with a numerous amount of
There's a couple
added to it.
There was a couple of colours we really could have added in.
Yeah, there's a couple more colours to come to the fore, but it'll be pretty much the same colours, add another 4 or 5. So with Josh being an absolute.
So that was one thing that was raised as well, which I think as a committee we sort of were unanimous on, was the fact that it may go to a handicap system. We don't think we're going to go with that. We think it's going to stay as A, B, C, D if the numbers permit.
Well, we need division by 4. Let's strip it back for a second. The draw played a role. Mick Hanley was always going to be the top group.
Correct.
Yes.
Mick Hanley.
But Kevin was also going to be the second
Absolutely.
group.
But purely based on ability, regardless of form, you were in the top 3 B graders. You were easily in the top 3 C graders. And Bernadette was easily in the top 3 D graders. Okay, obviously you guys got dealt a very good hand.
We got lucky.
But by the same token, if Mick Hanley gets drawn with the worst B, C, and D, they probably don't win.
No.
So the draw plays as much a role as the form. Like, let's be honest, all jokes aside, Alaska were not a strong side. I played probably the best round I've ever played. Paul, our D grader, was fantastic. And Tony and Bell were very, very good as well. You guys were appalling.
That's what you said about Tony.
I said Tony has a massive putter. Massive putter.
New one.
But
Cosmetic.
I think the fairy tale of the draw is really important.
Big time.
I think it's going to be really hard. I mean, this year was hard. Like, let's be honest, Mark Wells and Mick Hanley is a pretty large gap. But that doesn't mean to say Mark Wells could still have played to a second or third place level.
Choc could have maybe helped a little bit.
Choc seems to be a bit of a weight. A dead weight. I question Choc's desire.
I question Gary's desire as well.
Yeah, Gary's getting off pretty early.
Garrett on Wednesday, right? I'm probably about 60 up in the green. He goes, Ian, you know the pins at the front. It's like, I don't know.
Guess where he put it? Back in the green.
So how much blame do you put on Gary Morrison?
He could have been doing those little chirps during the game, putting his teammates off. That's all I'm saying. Like, you're like,
wow.
If he goes to say he goes Mark, pins at the front, you know that. When Mark can obviously see it's in front.
I think he just likes to fish you off. I think does
that get the Mark head?
And it works. Keep it up, Big G.
Love you, Gav.
Never playing a game. Garrett.
Do we have any more questions? Or they run out? There's 7 people listening. There's only 2 people asking questions.
Jared played well. We just
played boring golf. Mitchie B said, "Who arranged the banana?"
Someone.
Finally. Good on Mitchie B.
Suck on that.
We're gonna point it at Spa.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Very good. Actually, we got here tonight, and Josh was sitting on the table. We had no idea why. It's a bit brown on top.
Fanita said, if it's a handicap event next year, do you get compensation if Chop and Gary get drawn in your team?
Are you sure? Yeah, I doubt Fanita's asking this question. I think you've got to avoid them at all costs. I said numerous times, after 2 years, you'll find trends and patterns. They are losers. There's no other way to describe it. They're
2
losers.
trends going here. Jim,
Winners and losers. And Cole Chapman is the bridesmaid.
Twice.
In amongst all this, Cole Chapman has finished second twice.
Yeah.
I think that's a good achievement. He's a D grader. How much is that really got to do with him? But he still has to have 3 shots.
I think it didn't have much to do with him the first year because he turned up 6 holes late.
Yeah. He's played 6 holes less than everyone else.
Cole Chapman has played good.
The tournament's history.
Has played.
There's another trend. 6 holes late. Didn't get past late. He's on 6 holes.
Ooh.
Is 6 the magic number for Cole Chapman?
6 next year.
What's happening on the 6th hole for Colin?
What will he throw next year if he comes 6th?
You won't. I've got faith in you.
Tony, what are the chances of Colin Chapman winning the Colin Chapman Award at the next tournament?
High.
I've got a question on Rob's behalf, but I'm gonna elaborate a little bit further. So, when you win the Champions League 5 times in a row,
yes,
you used to get to keep the trophy. Right?
I didn't know that.
did not.
I'll take your word for
So
it.
Liverpool's got one in their.
They win 5 years in a row.
That's a replica. They just give a replica.
No, not 5 years in a row. 5 years. Once you get it 5 times, you get a replica. That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
But they give you a replica after every time you win it.
There's a special one at Liverpool. I don't know what it is, but anyway.
Of
Is
course,
that Tony's? Yeah.
I love talking about it.
Tony
Rob's saying, does Chop get to keep his hat for life?
Question. Well, we've named the Colin Chapman Award after Colin Chapman. Do we call the Losers Award the Jared Wells Award?
No, but it had to be Wells Morrison Award.
Hang on, Lamar just posted something and then retracted the message. And it was something about Chapman and Billy Madison. And I'm not sure what it was.
Billy likes to drink soda. Mr. B's car is green.
I think there's a fair bit of merit in that from Robbie. I think you could. Well, maybe after this year, if Gary or Choc loses again, it has to be named after them.
But like, if we're going to name the award now, it would be the Morrison Wells.
Or the Wilsons, or the Morrisels.
I don't think we can drag Jimmy into it because Jimmy's won the tournament.
Yeah, I think
if we're going on the same merit,
what about the Garrett?
After me.
What about the Garrett Award? Garrett and Jarry. The Garrett.
Or the Jerry?
The Jarry.
Oh.
The Jarry or the Garrett?
The Garrett. Oh, no,
the Garrett Award.
The Garrett Award.
For the most losing people.
They both had double R. Garrett.
Oh, Garrett.
A double R. I think it's past you, Jimmy.
Garrett.
You got old Garrett.
No, that's an interesting point.
That's 50 minutes.
So we will keep this group going. I'm pretty sure it's called 2018 CYFS Invitational.
Yes.
Can we rename it?
I think it will stay to see if. I think we'll keep the. I think we're saying we're going to keep the date the same, or we're going to change.
So I looked at it.
27th this year.
It's going to be the 27th. We can't play on the weekend because clubs have their comps.
Yeah.
So it has to be during the weekend. Fridays or Mondays, pretty much no club has a comp.
Yeah.
So this year.
It's the 27th of December, I'm sure of it. I'll work through my head.
Yeah, Friday the 27th, or it's Monday the 30th. I think the 27th would be better.
Yep.
Because 30th, people, whatever. So we can probably declare that now.
Yeah.
It's Friday the 27th of December, so the day after Boxing Day. So normal.
Colin Chapman has a hit on James Goodall.
Who said that?
Fresh news from the underground.
Has there been any new signings at Cogra?
Wasn't there forms?
Yeah, so we did grab a form, but we did speak to Tony. So there's some signings on hold.
Signings?
Well, Colin was talking about joining as well.
Chapstick. Is Chapman on?
No.
I text you today, Chap.
You want me to work with?
Doing that interview.
Bernadette is going to join, but she said she wants to join, but Tony said to wait till the end of Feb.
Jimmy
Dukes.
Yeah, that's right.
Jimmy Dukes, Mike.
Who no one know did not play in the tournament.
But he looks like he's confirmed for this
He
year.
beat one off the stick through 9 yesterday.
So welcome to B grade Jimmy Dukes.
Maybe.
Well, he'll play a big golf.
He'll play
Will he join Cogra?
He was a junior member there, so more than likely.
Yeah, and Jared was saying maybe the Sawyer King might be playing this
Well,
year.
the Sweet King played today, was that right?
Yeah.
It
was 18 over to the.
No, I think it was 28 over.
28 over.
28 over 3-9.
That's hot pick territory, that is.
I mean, you'll fit right into your team, Jared.
We need to find one more Wells, and that's a team of Wells.
It's well.
Yes.
You play Lewis, then it's got to be the
About
Wells.
Tom
Right?
Wells from Adelaide 6.
No, he's an F grade celebrity.
It's true.
John O'Wells, he plays for
Well, we do have Ben Jones, the Cobra member, former Indigenous All-Star, Sydney Roosters and North Queensland Cowboys player.
now plays for Jets.
Keen as absolute mustard to play next year.
Yes.
We've got now 2 possible doctors playing next year as well.
2 possibly.
Yes, with Jay Suarez and also Jay Smythe.
Yeah.
Hang on, text from Colin Chapman. Breaking news. I text him saying Chap has had the interview go. Chap has wrote back just then. Had the medical done and most of the induction. I'm just waiting to hear about the start. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, Chap. Colin Chapman, which means he will be joining Cobra very soon. Because he did say.
It says what he hears.
He's done the induction.
He's done an induction and a medical. It means he's got.
Why are you so negative tonight?
What if he's got a medical thing?
Why is Tom being so negative?
What if he's a Christian Lock? What if he's a Christian Lock of the CYFS Invitational?
Crystal.
He's
got a
not Sydney
heart,
FC.
probably. He now does coaching.
What else is on?
I need to keep.
Did Ian qualify for the next round of Jack Newton Classic?
Who was that?
He scored well at Bathurst.
Who was that?
That was Rob.
From Daniel Fernandez account?
No, I didn't.
How was your round at Bathurst?
Actually,
How'd you go through the first two?
I haven't heard.
Did you go wipe? You didn't know the guys. How old were they? About 30, 32? Honestly, he's told me.
I'll tell you what, if you want to know how Smart played, just hang around him for 5 minutes. You know every shot in detail 5 times. I was on the 13th, 140 out.
put it within 2
What do you finish? Probably like par, bogey or something? I don't know.
I don't
Finished
know.
last 3 holes going under.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, well, it's a bit of breaking news as well. We'll wrap it up because we probably.
The wedding's up.
Yeah.
So Sam and I have called it. I found a wonderful Thai woman. She doesn't speak English. She's fantastic. So she's playing next year. No. The Don, myself, and the Source were talking. As everyone knows, the President's Cup is on in Melbourne, December 9 to 15. Don't you cross that because I'm not saying it's gospel.
December 9 to 15.
It is? That's the Monday to Saturday, whatever it is.
It's Monday to Sunday, yeah.
We'd probably get there on the Thursday because that's when the actual. Because Monday to Wednesday is amateurs and stuff, isn't it?
What's that?
December
9 to
9. So it'll be like December 11th to 15th.
Correct.
So we are going to go down. We're going to go for the 4 days, Thursday and Sunday. It's going to be fantastic golf. If you don't know what the President's Cup is, then you probably wouldn't want to come anyway. But if you do know what it is, you're more than welcome. We're looking at Airbnb and stuff at the moment.
Correct.
That'll all be planned. Inquire within. And if you don't like beers and you don't like good time with the boys, then you probably wouldn't want to come. So that's just where it's at.
Actually, Lamani.
Lamani, you probably hate it. It'll be shit.
Yeah. Jared's a fan of beers.
Yeah, Choc would hate a good beer.
Probably spew in the car again.
But no, everyone has more or less 12 months to save their money. So I expect no excuses. 11 months to save your money.
Just as an approximation, looked at accommodation. We would drive down, wouldn't fly down. Drive down so we have cars available. With tickets and everything, we estimated probably close to 500 to 600.
Yeah.
That would just be an estimation at the moment. Tickets are quite expensive because it is a world-class event. So yeah.
Like if all goes to plan, Tiger will captain coach that side.
Correct. Tiger Woods will be there. So if you know anything about golf,
Lamona said it's Dan's in, I'm out.
go away.
But no, we'd love everyone to come.
Correct.
But if we're going to hire a house, go to 4 days of golf, it'll be absolute phenomenal golf. So it'll be really fun. We'll try and if you wear the shirts, try and flog it down. You might be able to get some interviews or something. Yeah, chat to someone.
Like those guys that turned up to the Australian Open this year, they're all flying the Americans around.
Yeah.
Drank beers on the course.
Yeah, no, it'll be good fun. So anyway, that's something to think about. I guess no more questions, I don't think.
No, we're good.
Everyone's pretty on top of it. Jimmy, finish with you?
Yeah. Thanks everybody for last year.
It was such a good day.
Upwards this year.
Yeah. Well said. Donny?
Echo the thoughts. Media tournament, look out.
Yeah.
Hopefully trivia night as well. Something, it doesn't have to be a trivia night, it can be any sort of night. But
Just a gathering.
It's a gathering.
The big topic is maybe there's a jacket for the media tournament.
That's correct, yeah. So we will look to have a one-size-fits-all jacket. We don't know what it's
every
called
event
yet.
for the year.
Will we dub it as the pre-season tournament? How would you dub it? Because everything needs a name.
Mid-year.
It's mid-year.
The mid-year medal.
The mid-year, we'd have to go into hiding into
We'll
the
do that
brainstorm.
off camera.
Yeah, okay. We'll be here all
Welcome
day.
me for that. Yeah. 2018 was great. 29 bigger. Better.
Bring it on.
Bring it on,
Joshua?
I just want to reiterate the fact that if anyone ever wants a game, I'm not on Facebook, but someone passes a message on, I'm more than contactable.
Yep.
Let us know. We're more than happy to run around, play golf.
Don't, Josh will ring you. You don't have to ring him, he'll ring you.
I'll ring you. I'll be all over it like shit on a blanket. But no, very happy. Thanks again to Kev Dart. We say it a million times, but he deserves it. It was a phenomenal day.
Correct.
The amount of positive feedback was fantastic. I guess from here, the podcasts, we're going to try and keep things, videos, etc., but nothing planned at the moment.
Yeah.
We sort of, I'll just
Keep on this channel though. There might be more stuff that's.
I was already good videos from the president, which was promised by you two for ages, never delivered.
Yeah.
So you're getting a bit of reputation. People are saying that no one believes you anymore.
I'll wait for the photo. Can we get some photos of the day?
Who took the photos? It was on your camera, wasn't it?
Daniel probably left it in the drinks cup.
Daniel Fornito. Dad, if you're there, tell Daniel we need the photos.
Yeah.
Whose camera was
I
it?
think it was Curtis.
Was it Curtis's?
It's probably a better one.
But I like to.
But no, thank you very much. Source, final speech, and then
Wrap
of
it up.
course.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all participants of the 2018 CYFS Invitational, and I'd like to see everyone there this year. I can't say next year,
Yeah.
but happy.
That's in the final address.
No, but I'd love to see everyone there at this year's tournament, ready to go. Be happy to see everyone at the mid-year tournament whenever it happens and where it happens. I'd like to see good turnout, and I'd like to thank all our sponsors: King Fruit, Kev, KJD Enterprises,
Kevin Graham Dart.
Kawaii, Zero Friction, Tees. The Tees.
Well,
Thanks
just
to Tees,
George
and George's River Golf Club. Thanks. First.
Dad is just texting saying Curtis has the camera. It was his. Thanks, Dad. Great investigative work.
We want a K-Show partner. Whenever Josh and Mitch wants to challenge for it, we'll take it.
CYFS Invitational, mate.
It's
Final
like a
address.
Liverpool supporter.
Yeah,
It's
honestly.
No, but on a serious note, thanks everyone. See you this year sometime. May you check.
Shake down the barrel. Shake down the barrel.
May you check your stats before I check them.
Dun, 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 dun.